वशं मातृकुक्षौ स्थितं विण्मूत्रामेध्यमध्ये कथयति नितरा जाठरो जातवेदा यद्यद्वै तत्र दुःखं व्यथयति नितरा शक्यते तेन वक्तुं क्षन्तव्यो मे पराध शिव 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 भो श्रीमहादेव शम्भो बाल्ये दुःखातिरेकान् मललोलितवपुः स्तन्यपाने पिपासुः नो शक्तश्चेन्द्रियेभ्यो भवमलजनिता जन्तवो मां तुदन्ति नानारोगातिदुःखादृदितपरवशः शङ्करं न स्मरामि क्षन्तव्यो मे पराध शिव 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 भो श्रीमहादेव शम्भो प्रौढोऽहं यौवनस्थो विषयविषहरे पञ्चभिर्मर्मसन्धौ दष्टो नष्टो विवेकः सुतधनयुवति स्वादसौख्ये निषण्णः शैवे चिन्ताविहीनं मम हृदयमहो मानगर्वाधिरूढम् क्षन्तव्यो मे पराध शिव 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 भो श्रीमहादेव शम्भो वार्धक्ये चेन्द्रियाणां विकलगतिमतश्चाधिदैवाधितापैः प्राप्तैर्रोगैर्वियोगैः व्यसनकृशतनोर्यतिहीनं च दीनम् मिथ्यामोहाभिलाषै भ्रमति मम मनो धूर्जटे ध्यानशून्यम् क्षन्तव्यो मे पराध शिव 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 भो श्रीमहादेव शम्भो नो शक्यं स्मार्तकर्म प्रतिपदगहने प्रत्यवायाकुलाढ्ये श्रौ विरचितैः पूजितं न प्रसूनैः धूपैकर्पूरदीपैर्विविधरसयुतैर्नैव भक्ष्योपहारैः क्षन्तव्यो मे पराध शिव 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 भो श्रीमहादेव शम्भो। ध्यात्वा चित्ते शिवाख्यं प्रचुरतरधनं नैव दत्तं द्विजेभ्यो हव्यं ते लक्षसङ्ख्ये हुतवः वदने नार्पितं बीजमन्त्रैः नोतप्तं गाङ्गतीरैः व्रतजपनियमैः रुद्रजाप्यं न जप्तं क्षन्तव्यो मे पराध शिव 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 भो श्रीमहादेव शम्भो। स्थित्वा स्थाने सरोजे प्रणवमयमरुत्कुम्भिते सूक्ष्ममार्गे शान्ते स्वान्ते प्रलीने प्रकटितविभवे दिव्यरूपे शिवाख्ये लिङ्गाग्रे ब्रह्मवाक्ये सकलतनुगतं शङ्करं न स्मरामि क्षन्तव्यो मे पराध शिव 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 भो श्रीमहादेव शम्भो। नग्नो निस्सङ्गशुद्ध स्त्रीगुणविरहितो ध्वस्तमोहान्धकारो नासाग्रण्यस्तदृष्टिर्विदितभवगुणो नैव दृष्टः कदाचित् उन्मन्यावस्थया त्वं विगतगतिमति शङ्करं न स्मरामि क्षन्तव्यो मे पराध शिव 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 भो श्रीमहादेव शम्भो।
Hari Om, good evening. A very warm welcome to all of you. Please come. Let's invoke the power of praying together. Purusato ma Sadgamaya Tamaso ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amrutam Gamaya Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Shri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha. O Lord, the Almighty, the Omniscient, the Omnipotent, the Omnipresent, who also has the divine name as Pramodhan, to such a supreme, almighty reality, together with Shraddha, Bhakti and Prapatti, we offer our humble most salutations. We seek His grace, mercy, affection, love, benevolence, kindness, forgiveness, strength and resilience. O Lord, bless us with the divine qualities such as Shraddha, Bhakti, Jnana, Vairagya, Prapatti and Mumukshutvam in a much more enhanced proportion. We are seeking this grace from you only and only to understand thy true self in this very own heart and in this very life. Without your grace, this Aparoksha Anubhuti will not happen and will not be possible. So again and again, together, we beseech in you, we pray to you to grant us this rarest of the rare opportunity and enable every activity of this jiva with a one-pointed focus and attention to reach thy true self. Our humble salutations to Ishvara, Shastra, Guru Parampara. Om Tat Sat. Today, with the grace of the Almighty and the blessings of the Guru Parampara, We are on our Divine Discourse number 469 on the 24th of March 2026. Having stepped into the new Hindu calendar year, Swasti Shri Parabhavanama Samvatsara Uttarayana Vasantarutu Chaitra Masa Shukla Paksha Shashtyatito Rohini Nakshatra Priti Nama Yoge Taitula Karane. On this auspicious day of Tuesday and auspicious time of the evening, together we once again reaffirm and re-invoke our pledge, our commitment, our goal. Naham karta hari karta, hari preranaya, hari prityartam. I give a clear direction to my mind that the thought which comes to me is from none other than Lord Hari, Ishvara, Narayana. The action that happens through this body is happening through none other than Ishvara, Hari, Narayana. The breath which is flowing in this body is also happening through none other than Ishvara, Narayana, Hari. The very fact of you as a person, that I, me, myself, is the biggest hoax in our lives. This is one pointer. If we all continuously work towards removing this hoax or realizing that it is a hoax, will lead us to enlightenment, liberation, in other words, self-realization. Our humble salutations to the Guru Parampara. Once again, Om Tat Sat. Good evening, everybody, once again. So I think today we are on the penultimate episode of the Aparoksha Anubhuthi. We are on verse 139. We start with a little background of 138 because 138 and 139 are kind of couple stanzas, you can say, where they both combined give a better meaning. So we'll try to do up to 141 today. And then the last three verses are just kind of summarizing. In the sense, it's concluding verses. Nothing much is truly said over there. And in the next class, as we do the last three verses, then we also try to take a gist. Hopefully we should be able to finish in the next discourse. Otherwise, if at all we feel that we are not able to get the grasp, see, 56 episodes has to all come in one particular episode or a discourse. Maybe a little difficult, but I don't want to, as I told you, anywhere I am not going to cut corners. It has to make sense, it has to make an impact, and it has to give the result. Result is the most primary thing which I would look at, and I hope you all are on the same page. So as I said, the next three verses are concluding, which means today what we are going to learn are going to be one of the most profound, intense, loaded verses towards self-realization. How beautifully Bhagavan Shankaracharya, he takes us on this journey, and it's like this particular, when I read the commentary of Bhagavan Sri Shankaracharya, it looks like you are standing at the beach and you see the waves coming and lashing at the shore, and then again as they go back they wind up. It gives me that kind of a feeling. So he takes you to a particular point and then again he wraps it and it comes back and he merges the whole thing together. This is my personal understanding what I got. So now you will see how you all can understand this. So we take 138 and I immediately take over 139 along with it. Okay. Shri Harim Paramanandam Upadeshtaramishwaram Vyapakam Sarvalokana Karanam Tam Namamyaham. So, Karanam Vetirekena Pumanado Vilokayet Anvayena Punastaddi Karye Nityam Prapashyati. Okay, now let's combine this with 139 also, and then I'll explain together. So as you can see, Karanam Vetirekena, and then again he goes on 139, he says Karye hi Karanam Pashyet Paschat Karyam Visarjayet Karanatvam Tato Nashyet Avashishtam Bhavet Munihi. So this is where he tries to say Avashishtam Bhavet Munihi. By the virtue of beginning of the practice of the 138th verse, as you do the procedure, what Bhagavan Shankaracharya is going to tell us again over here, he says the sage himself becomes what? Self-realized. So, if you take the meaning, 138, you all have read on the screen, so I'll read what Gurudev says. First, one should perceive the cause in all effects by the process of negation. Thereafter, by the positive methods, one should perceive the cause as concurrent in all effects. And then he goes on to say, one should see the cause in the effects and then should discard the effects together. Then the cause also should be dissolved. Then what remains is the truth absolute, and the seeker becomes verily that. This is quite loaded, but don't worry. I think once I'll break this and you will be able to understand it much better. Okay. Now here, what is Bhagavan Shankaracharya trying to tell us? Okay, now in what did we understand so far? He first tries to tell us, look, there is an effect. Let's go to the pot and clay story. That will help us to understand. Because the whole world is about that only. The whole universe is all about the clay and pot. Now you should know what is this world, what is Brahman, what are you. That is the Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara, what we are trying to understand over here. Simply we have to know that as we have understood to be this body, this person with a personality, where you have your desires, emotions, feelings, anxieties, fear, expectations, all this what we are born with. So the moment when we talk about who you are, what comes to our mind? It comes to, what are you asking me? Ask me something mature. This question of yours looks to me like immature. Who are you, meaning what? So that is where we are stuck. That is the wrong understanding of ourselves. So he says, look, you are not what you have thought. So the journey of the known to the unknown is what is true spirituality. First try to understand what and where you are coming from. Okay, so in this verse 138, one should perceive all the cause in the effects. Look at a pot and know that this pot is caused by something which is clay. We had used that 4-step method earlier, isn't it? So, karanam vetirekena pumanado vilokayet. By the process of negation, look at every effect which you see in this world around and know that there is some cause behind it. In the most macro level, what do you see? Look at the universe. Billions and billions of light years is the distance. Such kind of a universe, if it is existing today, that means there is a cause behind it. So from there you start and you come to this pot. So the clay is nothing but an effect, and the cause behind this this pot is nothing but an effect, and the cause behind this pot is the clay. Yeah, I understand. First I saw a pot, then I observed it closely and I said I can see clay also over here. And then all around I looked and I got to know that there was only clay and clay alone. And then further I realized that there is nothing other than clay over here. And pot is just a name and a form to this clay. So, taking this example, he says, go back, know that you are not this person. You, as of now, you understand. You may believe in God, but when it comes to you, when I say, who are you? You will say, I am so and so person. So first says, negate it. Vetirekena, that is the word he uses over here. Karanam vetirekena. You negate the effect, come to the cause. And then he further says, after you come to the cause, then whatever you see over here, you have understood the cause now. Now you have made that shift. This is very important. You all have to understand this. What are you made of? You are made of that divine material, which is existence. You are made of that divine intelligence, which is that chit, consciousness. And you are made of that bliss, ananda. But where are we stuck? Mind. And how is the mind created? Maya Shakti. And it's all the play of the mind over here. The Lord has given us that Ichha Shakti in this particular Jiva, and it has made it run around all the Behind something or the other, it is running around. So know that you are not this. Negate this effect and know the cause, and then thereafter you understand what else is there in this body, or in this tree, or in this mountain, or in this entire world around. It's all nothing but that God particle. So which means what? Which means that other than the God particle in the effect which we are talking, there is nothing else. So as you have seen, now comes the question to us is, how do I understand this? So knowing that the effect, every effect has got a cause, and going by that particular cause, you have negated the effect, and then eventually you see the cause in every effect, which means in each and everything which we are pursuing in this world, you have to look at the cause. Karyehi karanam pashyet. One should verily perceive. Pashyet means perceive the cause, that is the karanam, in the effect. In the effect means including you, including every creature around you, including every creation around you. So this instructs the seeker to apply the mind of Anvaya. Karanam vyatirekena pumanado vilokayet anvayena punastaddi karye nityam prapashyati. We'll break it into 4 parts and go. So the first one, karyehi karanam vyatirekena. So you perceive the cause in everything which you see. And what is the cause? That Brahma Tattva, that consciousness, with all the apparent effects, whatever it could be, the entire world, universe, the cosmos, the body, the mind at the individual level. Then the second quarter he says, Paschat karyam visarjayet. Okay, so now Paschat karyam visarjayet is, he is now trying to say that thereafter you dismiss visarjayet, the effect. When you know that the effect itself is the cause, then why do you want the effect? So now, following the recognition of the cause with the effect, the seeker must negate and completely discard the independent reality of the effect. Now we all are living in that reality that I am here, I am doing this, I am getting this, I am pursuing this. He says, negate the effect, the reality of the effect. By what method? He says, Vyatireka. In other words, it is also called as apavada. Now the third quarter comes, Karanatvam swate swato nashet. Karanatvam tato nashet. Meaning that causal nature, karanatvam, should perish by itself, swataha. It will. Now you merged the cause in the effect. And then you say there is no effect at all. So when there is no effect, where is the cause? See, they have a relationship, right? Cause and effect are a relationship. There can, if there is a effect, there is a cause. But when you saw the cause in the effect, so naturally the effect, the cause also dies away. So once the effect is dismissed, even the notion of that causality, that particular cause, which we are viewing Brahman merely as a cause, in that is for practice. See that Lord in each and everything. Don't try to go and see the Lord in a temple. That's the most foolish thing which we can do. Practice. That God particle is there in everything. Everything is effect. Cause is that God, Lord, Brahman, consciousness. So once you have started seeing that consciousness in everything, see, in government departments, as you progress in age, you start getting promotion. So by so and so time, a particular person will become a AGM, and then he'll become a GM, and then he'll become a CGM, and then he'll become a director. This goes by age. So here we are now moving from where? The lowest level is we are stuck in the effect. Effect is in the sense, I am this person. Then I know that no, there is something divine in me that is the cause. After I understand that divinity within me, then I say this divinity is there in everybody. I am no special over here. They may not know, that's a different thing, because the mind is playing tricks with them. So then you start seeing divinity in everything, everybody, all the time. That is the next level. Then when you start seeing divinity, as I told you, over a period of time, as you progress by age, you will get the promotion. In the same way, here what will happen by the cosmic rule is you will be promoted from the state where we are in Saguna. You will be promoted to Nirguna. It happens automatically. We are all now in a state of Saguna Brahma. We are seeing that Saguna Brahma, we are seeing in ourselves, we are seeing in others. Unless and until you dissolve yourself and start looking at that divinity all across, you have to practice it mentally. There is no other way. Only way is that. If you have to cross the country, you need to have your passport. There is no other way. You have to carry your passport. And if that particular country where you're going needs a visa, you have to have the visa. There is no other way. If you say, I'm going to show my driving license, I'm going to show my Aadhaar card, I'm going to show my IT card, no, PAN card, no, nothing will work. The only way as you have to go to another country is the passport, and if and the visa if it is required, as that is a precondition. In the same way here, you have to come out of yourself. And how do you do that? Start looking, merge yourself with the divine. 1 second, please. Merge. And that's actually when you start looking divinity in others, automatically you will start coming out of yourself. Otherwise, the biggest hurdle and challenge is to come out of your jiva bhava. For that, whatever you see on your way, say that it is no different than me. That divinity in me, the divinity in that person, in that animal, in that bird, in that rock, is all the same. Satchitananda. So, this way, what happens is he's saying, the effect has understood that there is a cause, and then the cause alone remains, and the cause naturally dissolves. And what happens? The fourth quarter, avishishtam bhavet munihi. Now, from the position of the Saguna Brahman, now here Samatva is seeing Samatva, Ekatva at the peripheral level. He is seeing the Saguna Brahman. He gets promoted to the Avashishtam Bhavet Muni. What remains over there? Avashishtam. That Muni who has understood. Bhavain is that he has understood that truth. Of what? That supreme reality. So that which alone remains is that non-dual, absolute reality, that is the Nirguna Brahman. So this realized sage, who is the Muni, he abides as that because he has crossed over. Now as you go off to bed, you hit the pillow, you are not immediately going to sleep. There will be some time gap based on how tired you are and how relaxed you are. It may take 2 minutes, it may take 20 minutes, or it may take even 2 hours also, depending on your mental state. So here, this particular Muni constantly is working. From the effect he comes to the cause, and then he says there is no effect, there is only cause, and then eventually the cause also gets dissolved. So which means he completely moves from the Saguna to the Nirguna. So this process of Anvaya and Vyatirekena. So this guides that aspirant, that sadhak, to first see the world to see Brahman in this world. That is the affirmation. Continuously see Brahman everywhere. Without seeing that, you cannot progress. You will be stuck there. It's like some inquiry is going on in your case, and as still the inquiry is not completed, you will not get a promotion. So after that affirmation of seeing Brahman in the world, then what happens is he discards the world as unreal, negation. And finally he transcends to the idea of that Brahman as that very cause. It is he and he alone. My mind is telling me about me, mine, myself, it is telling me, but the actual fact and actual truth is that there is nothing else over here other than Brahman. So that is the direct realization of the identification of one's true self. So this outcome which comes in a Muni, in that sage, in that sadhu, that in established state of that Nirguna Brahman, in that state of awareness, that is the essence actually of the direct realization, which is Aparoksha Anubhuthi. I think so far it's clear. So now we have got a direction and we know how the cosmos functions. You have to be there, and don't worry, you will get a promotion as time passes, provided you are there. Now imagine as you told just now, you say that okay, in government department you keep working, and year after a certain amount of time you go to the next level, then you go to the next level. All this provided when? Provided you go to the office. Your work may not be considered that much, but you have to be there. So here you have to be there in that thought of Brahman. First know that this personality, what I thought of me, myself, is a hoax, a shallow personality. Has got no meaning. It's a mirage. And then understand that trillions of cells in my body have that mitochondria, brain, and they're all functioning. Crores of cells, they die every minute, and new cells are born every minute. See the intelligence which is working over here. We only know the diseases in this body. We don't know what is the power in this body. If you just forget everything and feel that awareness in complete glory, you will see wonders happening. And then your mind starts knowing, oh, this is not my territory. I think I should leave this person as soon as possible because he's loaded with knowledge now. And he's not ready to accept what I am telling him. He is always saying that I am Brahman, I am Brahman. So this Aham Brahmasmi, that is the final stage. Start with Tattvamasi. And then slowly Prajnanam Brahma. I am Atma Brahma. And then comes the final version. Aham Brahmasmi. See, the whole journey, what we are doing is, we are not gaining anything over here. We don't have to bring anything over here. praptasya prapti and nivritasya nivritti. Meaning what? What is already there, we just get to know about it, and what was not there, we get rid of it. This is the whole funda of our Jivana Chakra, what you call. I have told this story earlier, but it is more relevant here again. A fleet of sheep, a big number, say 400-500 sheep are there going together in a kind of a semi-forest region. Once it so happens that she lion, who is almost on the verge of delivery, she somehow comes and bumps into this big herd of sheep, and she delivers and she dies. Now immediately that small baby lion, it started feeding on one of the sheep over there, and it was in the group along with the sheep, playing around with them, and it started growing. And you know the size, what is the size of a sheep and what is the size of a lion, and they're all childhood friends now, because it's right from the day it is born, it's in this group. So it's initially it was fed by the milk of the sheep, and then later on it started eating grass. One day, from a distance, elderly lion, it saw this group of sheep over there, and in between it saw that there was a lion, a young lion, robust young lion, which is eating grass. He was startled to look at it. He says, "What is this?" It's like I said, Jat ke liye, we say, Jat. Jat meaning it's a kind of a demeaning to our class. It runs over there, catches hold of that lion, and as soon as it catches over, that lion is pleading, "Oh my, sir, what have I done to you? Please leave me, you're holding me tight, it's paining, I want to go away, what have I done to you?" He drags him across and he takes him to a well, and then he says, "Look at this image in this well," and it tells, "Look at me and look at the image in this well. Tat Tvam, we both are one. Me and you are both one." And then it says, "Now you were bleating as a sheep. You only learned to bleat like what others were doing. Now it says you roar." And then this so-called sheep called lion, it roars. And then they both have a roaring competition. Tattvamasi competition, that is. I and you are one, you and me are one. And now here, praptasya prapti. What did the lion do to become a lion? Nothing. It is already a lion. It just got to know that it is a lion. Praptasya prapti. Nivrittasya nivritti meaning what? It got rid of the nature of the sheep, which was not there. Just as it got to know that it is a lion, in the same way, it just came to know that I am not a sheep. This is what our true story is. You are not going to become anything over here. That realization is going to be imbibed. The more you practice, the more you adhere, you will get that feeling. Slowly you will start getting that feeling. Arey, what is this feeling? You had a loan. Bankers are chasing you continuously. Phone call after phone call. People have started coming to your house. You're not paying the EMIs. And your credit cards are all stalled. And in that position you wake up and you say, my God, it's a dream. Isn't it? What a kind of relief you get. Just this relief. I am off this one particular thought. Imagine you realize that you were never born and you are never going to die. What will be that understanding? See? And how does this come? This comes by that praptasya prapti. We are already that, but we do not know. See, we have done Shravana, we have understood. Then Manana, I came to whatever understanding is there, now I know it very well. First I heard, then I know it, but Nididhyasana is where have I realized it. Somewhere the mind will say, what are you saying? He's talking nonsense. What these scriptures? They're all talking nonsense. Don't believe them. It's trying to pull you down. Because it's like some stains are there. Very strong stains. 5 times, 6 times, 8 times you are rubbing and rubbing, but it's not going. But every time you rub, you see that it is becoming lighter and lighter. That stain is going away slowly. Continue that scrubbing. So the same way we have to continue that scrubbing. How? Every second is an opportunity for you to grow on the spiritual path. We know the truth now. There was an effect. Along with the effect, for that effect to be manifested, there was a cause. Then I realized that without the cause there is no effect. There is cause and cause alone. And then when there is no effect, so then there is no cause. See, you have a husband and you have a wife. Now, if the wife is not there, where is the husband? Same way, vice versa. If the husband is there and where the wife is not there, where is the husband? Same way, cause and effect. That's what is the metaphor you should understand over here. When those two are there, yes, you can call them husband and wife. But one among them goes, then the other person loses his title. Because nobody is a born husband or a born wife. Out of a relationship, they have become husband and wife. So here there is a cause, there is an effect, which is the Saguna Brahma. Brahman with Maya Shakti, he has become the cause and the effect. So move from the effect to the cause and eventually dissolve the cause. Stay in that truth and you will be promoted. Because it's not a multinational company or a private limited company, it's a government company. Every so and so age, you are going to the next level. But you have to have regular attendance and no cases against you. That's all. This way. Now this jiva slowly moves ahead. So, karyehi karanam paschet, paschat karyam visarjayet, karanatvam tato nashyet, avishishtam bhavet munihi. Staying in that thought, discarding both the cause and effect, meaning whatever you are seeing in this world, all perceptions, all thoughts, all feelings, emotions, fears, anxieties, all that he knows that these are all coming from that stupid mind, which is by ignorance, ajnana. Realizing this, he negates, he says, I am not this, I am not this, I am not this. And eventually, he gets transported to the nirgunatva state. Now we move to 140. Now he gives another metaphor over here. Bhavitam tivra vegena vastuyat nishchayatmana pumanstadvi bhavet shrigram gneyam brahmara kitavat. a seeker constantly thinking of an object ultimately becomes that itself. This fact is made clear by the example of the wasp and the worm. A very beautiful example. We need to understand how we can correlate. Bhavitam tivragatena. Constantly thinking, as we just now discussed, you should not have unnecessary thoughts in your mind. Get out of all these nonsense thoughts. If you observe your mind, that itself is the biggest turning point in your life. Start looking at where this mind is going. See, we as parents, mothers, what we look at the child, what the child is doing. Sometimes in the room the child is there, there's no noise. Suddenly the mother knows some mischief is happening over there, and she runs to the room to see what the child is doing. So that way you have to observe the mind. What are you up to? What you're thinking about? You're thinking about the war? Why are you thinking about the war? Do you have any say in the decision of what is going to happen next? Or do you have any say in what should not happen? Nothing. So when you don't have a say in something, why do you at all think about it? Think on what you can do something about. That would be called as a sensible living. So now here, Tivragatena, Bhavitam Tivragatena. Now this particular sadhak, he is moving ahead, full force. There is no kind of easiness over here. Constantly he is thinking about that. Tivragatena. Because he has understood now this Karya, Karana, Vilakshana, Brahma, all this. What was this? This was all that Adhyaropa and Apavada, meaning superimposition was there by Maya Shakti. And now with the blessings of Ishvara, Shastra and the Guru, I have been that de-superimposition. That Adhyaropa, Apavada has happened over here. And having understood that, when I know that you are the witness of the mind, therefore you are separate from the mind, which means Brahman is separate from the mind. I'm keep meaning going on telling my mind that yes, this is how it is. And where is my thought? My thought is constantly in that Paramatattva. One of the sadhus in the Himalayas, they say, Drashta drishya se alag hai, lekin drishya drashta se alag nahi hai. See, such meaningful. Drashta is you who is seeing. Drishya is what you have seen. Yes, me and the object I am seeing, they both are different. I am different from the object, but know that the object is not different from me. So the cause and effect which we are talking. So everywhere there is a cause. And now after having understood this kind of Nishchayatmana, he has got that confidence. Bhavitam Tivragatena Vastu Nishchayatmana. He gets that confidence and he moves forward. So let's take quarter by quarter and understand this verse. Bhavitam Tivragatena Tivravegena. Bhavitam Tivravegena means meditated upon. Bhavitam with intense force. Tivragatena. See, here is exactly telling you what to do. Meditate with that force. Now you have come to a state where you are on the verge of promotion now. Here you should not relax. It's like exam time and you cannot chill and relax and all that. Exam time, you have to put in that extra effort. So having come over here, bhavitam tivra vegena, put that extra one-pointed contemplation, that deep internalization of whatever we have chosen now, that meditation, the method, whatever we have done. And with that intensity and vigor, then the second quarter comes, vastu yan nishchayatmanaha, that thing, that vastu, which I was meditating upon, with that firm conviction or determination, nishchayatmanaha, that object of meditation must be held with that unshakable certainty, resolute understanding, no ordinary understanding, resolute understanding, and not mere intellectual thought, but a firm, unwavering identification. Two things you want to re-establish in yourself, I'll give you. One is read about your body, how your body is made of. It's nothing but no less than this cosmos, what you see outside. If you go to the inside of the body, the functioning of this body, the intelligence it has got, the existence aspect it has got. The second thing is, start learning about the cosmos. How many stars are there? How many Milky Ways are there? How many galaxies are there? You will be shocked to see what is this cosmos. And then put everything in that existence, and that is Sat. Chit is that intelligence. Everything is moving in a particular order. The meaning of order in French is cosmos. Meaning of cosmos in French is order. The entire cosmos is moving in an order. These are some of the techniques to understand what are we talking about. And then the third quarter, he says, Puman tat hi bhavet. Puman tat hi bhavet. Meaning, this Pumam is this person. If he starts doing on these lines, that one-pointed understanding, he becomes that. How? Shigram. Bhavet Shigram. And then he says, the fourth quarter says, that Gneyam Brahmarakitavata. Gneyam is in the case of that wasp and that worm, Brahmarakitavat. Now, what this is about, you have seen on the walls, you can see here and there are some small houses made out of mud. We have seen this. Especially in old houses, you will see more. Where there is in more of mud structures, you will see these kind of small, it's only this size, like a beetle nut size, or even less than that. Now, in that, there is a wasp. What does this wasp do? It goes and brings a worm and it pushes it inside this hole. And it is constantly looking at that hole, and it is stinging the worm which is there inside. Now here they are comparing that worm to the jiva and that wasp to the Brahman. So that worm from inside, it is constantly looking at that wasp. Okay? And eventually it comes out as a wasp. Now what we as outsiders, when we see, a worm went inside, and how is it that it became a wasp? So they're just taking, this is, since it's a very well known aspect, they have taken this. A worm, a jiva, an ordinary worm which went in, comes out as a colorful flying wasp. Now the actual thing which happens over here is the worm doesn't become a wasp. The wasp has laid eggs in that small hole, meaning a house of it, and it puts in a worm inside, so that no sooner it comes out of the larva, it has to feed on something. So it puts a worm inside, you feed on this, and the worm is trying to come out, so it keeps stinging the worm again and again. And as it stings, up to a point the worm is able to take over, and one fine morning it dies, and the wasp which comes out of the lava, it eats that worm, it grows. We saw a worm going in, we never saw a wasp going in. So how did this worm become a wasp? So here he uses that metaphor, and just like that constant seeing of that Brahman in front of you, so just as that worm became a wasp, you too from a jiva you will become a Paramatma, or the jiva, the Atma. That way. He's saying, Neyam, with that knowledge, Brahmara Kitavata, you will become that wasp. So now this here it shows the power of Nididhyasana, that deep meditative absorption. Whatever we have learnt, make a note of it. And in your own words, if you can say, make a recording of it. Put on your earplugs and play that recording constantly. Let it keep resounding in your ears on a continuous basis. So this kind of a logical discrimination, what he has given right from that verses 138 till 139, what it emphasizes, that intense identification with Brahman. So this intense identification will result in self-realization, swift self-realization, because we are identified with what? With the right thing. Now what are we identified with? With the world, with objects, with persons, with places, isn't it? Now this person who has understood, he says, I don't want any of these. Mind will keep bringing in so many things, but for some time keep everything away. Now I am in that stage where I am moving forward. I put in so much of effort in this, I have come up to a stage, and eventually I want to achieve. So this bhavitam, meditate, tivragatena, no laziness here, tivragatena, with intensity. When you meditate, you should not slouch and sit, and then sometime you just you feel dizzy. No, meditate with that. I have to get this, and then puman staddi bhavet shigram. Then this pumam is that person. You will become that. Just like that Brahmara Kitavata, just as that wasp, that worm became a wasp, in the same way you will achieve the status of Brahman. So this is so profoundly told over here. And what will be the other things which can happen as you are on this path? One thing is, nothing can shake you. If you really want to test how you are progressing in your spiritual journey, look at your own thoughts, feelings, emotions, perceptions, fears, anxiety. If they are disturbing you to a lesser intensity, that means you are progressing. Yam labdva chaparam labham manyate nadikam tataha yasmin sthithona dukkhena gurunapi vichalyate. So what Lord Krishna is saying in the 6th chapter, 22nd verse, having attained which, meaning this knowledge, one does not think of any other gain as superior to it, because this is the supreme most, yam labdva, after having got chaparam labham, after getting this particular gain, manyate nadikam tataha, there is nothing greater than this. Yasmin sthithona dukkhena, that person established in which one is not shaken, even to the heaviest of sorrows. Let anything come in life, nothing should shake you. What more you want? See, the more you are getting into this, if you are able to get into this state of living in life, can you think of anything better? So this enlightened person's life, sorrows, they will still keep coming. As per his past karma, prarabdha, whatever is written will come. Things will happen. Whatever has to happen in the world will happen. Whatever has to happen inside the body will happen. Whatever has to happen in the family will happen. But let anything happen. I am a drashta. So sorrows, fears, anxiety, everything, you are not affected. Na dukkhena gurunapi vichalyate. Nothing can shake you. This is the fruit of being established in this Paramatattva. At every level, body level, family level, world level. So, bhavitam tivragatena, you have to, tivragata, don't, I'll do that, I'll do this. No. You have no choice. Non-negotiable. You have taken this up, do it with sincerity and see how you progress. If at all you are not progressing, that means your involvement is diluted. It's compromised. That's all. And where you see there is leakage, plug it. See, you have a, say, cycle, and then it deflates. You go to the cycle shop, and then that fellow puts a puncture, and everything is fine. So then you take it home, and then next day you see that slowly again it deflates. That means what? Wherever he has put a puncture, there is another place also, somewhere there is a puncture. So in the same way here, know that if something is not happening, some leakage is happening somewhere. Plug it. And then you moving forward in 141. He is now concluding 141, 142. As the whole thing is wrapping up, some nice things are told. So let's see what he says in 141. Adrusham bhavarupancha sarvameva chitatmakam savadhanataya nityam swatmanam bhaved buddha. The wise should meditate on the manifest and the unmanifest as his own self constantly and carefully, which is nothing but pure consciousness. Again there, be established in that one supreme truth, that one reality. As I told you, there is no kind of negotiation, no kind of what you call as discount. So, Swatmanam bhaved buddha. Let the wise one meditate continuously on what? On Swatmanam, myself, my own very self, not this person. The essence of this person. Chidatmakam. Which is that essence? Chidatmakam. That consciousness. Just close your eyes and trillions of cells. Each one has got its own mitochondria, brain of its own. Whatever you have eaten is all trying to enter this cell, and that mitochondria is doing a check, a quality check. Can I take this inside me, or should I allow it to go as a toxin? See? What do we know? And in that process, it's about some crore cells in a minute are born. I'll give the number some other time. I'm not able to recollect. And as they are dying, another crore cells are being born and dying continuously. And how much do we have? About 50 trillion cells. 50 lakh crore cells in our body. That is the kind of an intelligence. Knowing this, you meditate, you will be able to connect faster. So, this way, here what is the keen understanding is, as this particular adrishyam, that unmanifest, he is now moving from the manifest to the unmanifest. Sarvameva, this pure consciousness alone is everything in this universe. Is coming to that reality, that unmanifest. Time, space, object, whatever you see in this universe is all inside this. So, if you want to have that Aparoksha Anubhuti, you have to first come out of this time, space and object. This is the catch which we are understanding over here. Which means what? You have to constantly meditate. Everywhere, all the time, in everything. You are not in one particular person. Everywhere. See, Desha Kala Vastu, time space object is Desha Kala Vastu. You have to be pare, means outside this, to become one with the Nirguna Brahman. Saguna is where time, space and object are there with Sattva, Rajas and Tamas, and in that you have the dreaming, waking and deep sleep, and of course as a person you have this Sthula, Sukshma and Karana Sharira. All these you have to get out. Everywhere, in everything, all the time. So all the time is beyond time. In everything, beyond object. Everywhere. No specific space. How do I do that? You are thinking you are this person, so you have an object. Your person as a person, you are an object. Where you are, where this object is, you are there. And when you are, as far as this person and object is there, you are there. So you are living in time, space and object, and you want to conceive that reality which is beyond time, space and object. How is it possible? So start getting out of this time, space, object, trinity. Come out of it. How do you do that? Relate it to everything which you can see as me. That's it. I am not this one person here. Everything which you see, so entire cosmos, universe, it all becomes one. Now go to the earlier shloka. So the cause is seen in all the effects. You are seeing the cause in each and every effect by diluting this principle of Desha, Kala and Vastu. Sarvameva, in everything. See, these are the concluding strokes. Sarvameva, by everything, he says, he uses two words here. Adrishyam bhava-rupancha. Adrishyam means one which is adrishya, it is invisible. And bhava-rupancha is which is visible. Now what is invisible and what is visible? So if you see, literally if you translate, adrishyam we know where your sense organs are not able to perceive it. Okay, like the Nirguna Brahman, are you able to perceive that? No, it is adrishyam. Bhava-rupancha is saying is this Saguna Brahman, is where your experience, now whatever we are experiencing right now, we are listening, we are seeing, We are smelling, we are able to touch, we are able to eat, everything, which is the direct sense perception, pratyaksha, what we call. And then we come to, like, there is something which we don't know. We have not seen it, like heaven, hell, all this. Have we seen that? We have only taken it on faith. No, that is paroksha. Somebody has seen and somebody has written that, and we read that and we say, okay, that is paroksha, to the eyes and to this understanding of somebody. Now this chidatmakam, he says, now beyond these two, you have that chidatmakam, which is what? Your own self. You are distinct from everything, but everything is not distinct from you. From the point of view of that consciousness, reflected consciousness within you, the Chetana Shakti within you. So, just like we have, in Sanskrit we say Prapancha, what we see in front of us. So there is one Sthula Prapancha, the physical universe, which is made up of the 5 elements. Whatever we are able to see, we see it's made up of 5 elements. Then comes the Sukshma Prapancha, the subtle universe, wherein our thoughts, they all come from the Hiranyagarbha, from that one centralized thought processing universe. All the thoughts, memories, ideas, feelings, everything comes from there. That is the Sthula Prapancha, Sukshma Prapancha. And then after that comes the Karana Prapancha, the causal universe, which is nothing but that Maya. Now today, when I was reading this commentary, I just tried to relate these 3 forces, natural forces of the creation, which we know as tab, thought, action, and breath, which is nothing but FEV, frequency, energy, and vibration. I was able to correlate this so well. Sthula Prapancha is nothing but energy. Energy, matter are interchangeable. E equals mc square. Okay, Sthula Prapancha. So anything you see which is Sthula, made of 5 elements, is nothing but energy and matter. And then come to the Sukshma Prapancha, which is the thought. Constantly we are getting that thought. And then the Karana Prapancha, you can compare it to the breath, which is the foundation. Breath is the foundation of thought and action. If there is no breath, there cannot be thought, there cannot be action. So in the same way here, this Karana Prapancha is that breath which is the foundation of this earlier two. Just like our Karana Sharira is the foundation of the Sukshma Sharira and the Sthula Sharira. So that way, this whole universe, now having knowledge of this, knowing that principle, that universal principle, and how this has been bifurcated. Now here he understands that yes, I know, I am, as far as I am in the dream, I am experiencing the dream, I see several other people, I see several other places, several other objects, several other things, but due to ignorance, I suffer, I enjoy, I am overwhelmed. All this is happening because of my ignorance. But then when I realize, I see that I was the dreamer and there is only one dreamer. In that, this whole world which I created was there. So now in the waking state, as soon as we get this knowledge that yes, in my mind or through my mind, I created a universe of my own, being there as a part of that dream, I dreamt of so many things, places, objects, all in the realm of Desha Kala Vastu. And when I got up, I realized it was all in this mind. And now with this mind isn't consciousness, that's what I realize. Otherwise I'll be stuck in the waking world also, I'll be stuck in the mind itself. But I've realized that behind the mind there is consciousness. And the dream of the consciousness is all what I'm seeing over here. See the profoundness of this theory. Just like you created a dream and you were a part of the dream and you experienced all the life's up and downs in the dream, in the same way, when you come to waking, know that that consciousness is dreaming about this dream world in the waking. And know that it is your waking, but it is the dream of the consciousness. Remember this, your waking is nothing but the dream of the consciousness. These are all different ways to get established in that truth. Moving from the Saguna Brahman to the Nirguna Brahman state. And what is the result? Guruna pina vichalyate. Heaviest of sorrows cannot shake you in this world. And it's a fact. You will see that for yourself. Say you have fever. You have taken medicine. Okay, some crocin or whatever you have taken. And you will see slowly you start feeling better, isn't it? Your temperature goes down. And somewhere you feel some energy is coming. It will not happen in a jiffy. They slowly you will see getting better. In the same way, if once you get the hang of it rightly and you start practicing it, you don't have to sit somewhere, meditate and practice. That is some point of time during the day, evening, before going to bed. You can do that. 10 minutes, that's enough. But all along, you may do half an hour once in the morning or once in the night, half an hour. But during the day, if you are stuck in the world, then that may not be a good exercise. Do for a shorter duration, morning, evening, but during the entire course of the day, bring that thought. Observe your mind. Know that all this is in you're only seeing the effect, but know that behind the effect there is a cause. And there is nothing else other than the cause. And eventually drive away the effects and live with that cause, and the cause also will die away. And know that behind the cause and the effect there is that immanent reality. Stay in that. And this will happen. With this knowledge you sit and let it run in your mind again and again. And you will see how it works. Now if keeping a tablet in front of you and looking at the tablet all along, if you are looking at it, what will happen? Nothing will happen. It has to go inside you. So in the same way, just listening to that knowledge is like looking at the tablet, that's all. But when will it work? When you consume it. Consume it meaning you understand it and live with it. If you have consumed, let's say, a tablet and you puke it, what is the point? So you have consumed it, you heard it, you understood it, and then you did not pursue it, meaning you puked it. It will not. You have to protect it. It should be there inside. It should dilute inside. So when that happens, then you see your recovery in the same way. You will slowly transcend to the higher planes without any doubt. Okay. Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. Idam Namama. So we are on verse 56, 525, Pramodhanaha. Ajo maharya swabhavyo jitamitra pramodanaha anando nandano nandaha satya dharma trivikramaha. 525 Pramodhanaha. Ever blissful. One who is constantly enjoying his own eternal, blissful nature. The term indicates Vishnu because Sri Narayana is the one that causes bliss in the heart of those who meditate upon him. Na gurunapi na vichalyate. No? So, when you are constantly thinking about that Lord, bliss is the immediate side effect. Pramodhan. To such a divine, supreme, almighty, we offer our humble salutations. Seek his grace, mercy and blessings. Om Namo Bhagavate Mahasudarshanaya Vasudevaya Dhanvantaraye Amrutagalashastaya Sarvabhaya Vinashaya Sarvaroga Nivaranaya Trailokyapataye Trailokyanidaya Shri Mahavishnu Swarupa Shri Dhanvantari Swarupa Shri 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 Aushadha Chakra Narayanaya Swaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Mahasudarshanaya Vasudevaya Dhanvantaraye Amrutakalashastaya Sarvabhaya Vinashaya Sarvaroga Nivaranaya Trailokyapataye Trailokyanidaya Shri Mahavishnu Swarupa Shri Dhanvantari Swarupa Shri 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 Aushadha Chakra Narayanaya Swaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Mahasudarshanaya Vasudevaya Dhanvantaraye Amrutakalashastaya Sarvabhaya Vinashaya Sarvaroga Nivaranaya Trailokyapataye Trailokyanidaya Shri Mahavishnu Swarupa Shri Dhanvantari Swarupa Shri 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 Aushadha Chakra Narayanaya Swaha. Our humble salutations to Lord Dhanvantari to give us the requisite amount of health at the body and the mind level to understand reality and become established in that reality. Om Tat Sat. Now let's do the Sakshee Bhava meditation more on the switch. Switch in the sense you inhale and then you move to the exhale in between that gap, focusing only on that gap which is between the inhale and exhale. So for that what you can do is, one method, inhale as deep as you can, hold for some time. So that hold is kumbhaka, what we call, is the switch gap arrangement, and then you exhale. And then again you hold for some time. If you cannot, immediately inhale and then again hold. But your entire focus has to be in that hold. This is one technique. Second technique is you start doing a very shallow breathing. Absolutely shallow. As though you are not breathing. And merge all the inhale, exhale and the portion of switch which is kumbhaka all into one, where you see no difference between these three. That is what we'll practice. Yeah. Sit erect in a very comfortable position. Head, neck and spine in a straight line. Relax your face, your forehead, your cheeks, your jaws. Relax your neck, your shoulders. Relax your arms, your upper body, your spine and back. Your lower body. Take a few deep breaths. Inhale as deep as you can and exhale as deep as you can. In this relaxed state of mind, start your breathing. Now take a few deep breaths. Inhale and exhale. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Sadgurave Namaha. Together we offer today's Jnana Yajna at the lotus feet of the Lord. Seek His grace, mercy and blessings. Naham karta, hari preranaya, hari prityartam, Shri Krishna arpanamastu, idam namama, Om Tat Sat. Good evening, everybody, once again. I hope you are able to get some insights, but practice it a little more and you will be able to get it better. And if there's anything, please reach out. Thank you. Hari Om.
रणभेरी बजने को थी, कुरुक्षेत्र तैयार था। धर्म और धर्म के बीच खड़ा पूरा संसार था। एक और थे 5 पांडव, दूजी ओर कौरव अपार। बीच में लेटे थे कान्हा, करने को अंतिम स्वीकार। हे गोविंद हे मुरारी, तेरी लीला सबसे न्यारी। जिसने मांगा तुझे उसने सब पा लिया, जिसने छोड़ा तुझे उसने जग खो दिया। हे गोविंद हे मुरारी। दुर्योधन आया पहले, अहंकार सर पे चढ़ा। जाके सिरहाने वो अभिमानी बनकर खड़ा। फिर आए अर्जुन प्यारे, नैनों में नीर भरे। जा बैठे चरणों में जैसे बालक धीर धरे। प्रभु ने आंखें खोली, पार्थ को पहले निहारा। दुर्योधन बोला, केशव पहला हक है हमारा। अहंकार ना झुका कभी, प्रेम सदा झुक जाता है। जो तेरे चरणों में बैठे वो तुझे ही पाता है। सुनी दोनों की पुकार। एक तरफ मेरी सेना, अस्त्र शस्त्रों का भंडार। दूजी तरफ मैं अकेला, न उठाऊंगा हथियार। बोलो क्या चाहिए तुम्हें, कर लो अपना विचार। दुर्योधन मन में हर्षाया, सेना उसने मंग ली। सोचा निहत्थे कान्हा से, क्या जीतेगी ये मंडली। हंस पड़ा वो मूर अभिमानी, समझा नहीं तेरी बानी। पर 5 पांडव रो पड़े, अर्जुन ने चरण पकड़ लिए। बोले नाथ न सेना चाहिए, ना राज चाहिए। हमें तो बस रण में आपका साथ चाहिए। हे गोविंद हे मुरारी, तेरी लीला सबसे न्यारी। जिसने मांगा तुझे उसने सब पा लिया, जिसने छोड़ा तुझे उसने जग खो दिया। हे गोविंद हे मुरारी तेरी लीला सबसे, माधव तुम ही सारथी तुम ही हो पतवार, पांच नहीं हम एक हैं जब तुम हो पालनहार। भीम युधिष्ठिर नकुल सहदेव सबने शीश झुकाया, दुर्योधन ले गया सेना पांडवों ने ईश्वर पाया। वीर देख जो फूला था वो अंत समय पछताया, जो गिरधर के संग हो लिया उसका काल भी क्या कर पाया। हे गोविंद हे मुरारी तेरी लीला सबसे न्यारी, जिसने मांगा तुझे उसने सब पा लिया, जिसने छोड़ा तुझे उसने जग खो दिया। हे गोविंद हे मुरारी तेरी लीला सबसे न्यारी। जीता वो नहीं जिसके पास जमाना था, जीता वो जिसे केवल शाम को पाना था। हे नाथ नारायण